I think what a lot of people are concerned about, it's not, they'll say, I'm not afraid of death, I'm afraid of dying, and it's a process of dying. So, and we all wonder, we're afraid of the unknown. I was with a friend of mine, and she was definitely at the end of life, and we were chatting, and so I said to her, now, could you come back and tell us what it's like and what's happening, what happened to you? And she said she would, but that's 2 years ago, and to the best of my knowledge, she has not come back yet to tell me. I grew up in a small community in Denmark, and death was part of life. It was an accepted part of life. The first person that I knew who died was my grandmother. I was 9. She was waked in the parlor. All the family came, all my cousins came, and certainly the adults were sad that my grandmother had died. However, we all went off to the church and then came back home, and because all my cousins were there, we ended up playing. So it was, as I said, it was just an accepted part of life. So when I came here, I realized that North America was rather a death-defying society. They don't want to talk about death. And I keep saying, they use words like he passed or she lost, or instead of he died, which is the proper word for it. So I do volunteer in people's homes. Most of the time you go in once a week for X number of hours. As a volunteer, you arrive without any agenda at all. You don't come to check out their heart rate, you don't come to change dressings, you don't come to bathe them, you just come to be there with them and to be present. A lot of the clients like to talk about, they want to talk about their deaths, and they want to talk about organizing their last little while in life. And some family members and friends are very uncomfortable talking about this. So for them to have a volunteer who is willing to listen and truly listen to them is wonderful. I do a lot of things. I may help them with a light lunch. I may take them out for a walk. And often I'll help them put albums together. One lady wanted to leave letters for her 3 grandchildren, so I helped her write her letters. And so you help them form legacies for their families. My background is nursing, and I retired in '96, and palliative care was really just starting to flourish at that time. But I had heard doctors saying, to patients, well, there's no more treatment, so there really isn't any more I can do for you. Or one surgeon made it very clear that if she didn't want surgery, then there was nothing he could do for her. And I just thought that is so wrong. There's still a person who needs care, and there has to be something you can do for them. So I retired, and palliative care organization was starting out in my end of town. So I phoned them, joined them, and have been doing this for, 20-some years. And it is so satisfying.